You know, as far as the question of like what relates to awakening or helps open to it or lead to it or those kind of questions is, as I see it, it's like everything leads to it and nothing leads to it. So you can't make direct cause and effect relationships between necessarily what we do or what we don't do and awakening, because there's always going to be lots of exceptions to any rule that we might come up with. So I don't see any direct cause-effect relationships, but having said that, I see that absolutely everything is related to our awakening. The first thing I ask people when they come to see me is, what do you want? And the reason I ask them, because when I started to teach, what I realized is I would be talking to people sometimes that had had a decade, 2 decades, in some cases 3 or 4 decades in spirituality, and when I would ask them the question, they didn't really know. Or they would give me an answer that their former guru gave them, or they read in a book, or I want to be enlightened. And I'm always interested in, what's your spirituality about before you learned what it should be about? What's innately yours? What's the search? What's the thirst? What is it before you make it into something that even looks spiritual? What is it really? When I find people get back to that, then they are touching into the vitality source within themselves. And touching into that vitality source, that within you that has, great integrity, great energy, great passion, that's the most important element. Then whatever you do spiritually, your practices, whatever you do, they'll be charged by that vitality. And if you haven't really connected with that, that's its own search all in of itself. To know, like, what am I doing, and why am I doing it, and why am I here?